In this video, I want to help you to deal with deep balls on your one-handed backhand because they can be one of the most challenging shots for players to deal with. And the way that I'm going to do it is show you some of my own practice. Now, I'm naturally a right-handed player, but I'm relearning to play left-handed. So obviously this is one of the shots that I want to develop. So I want to show you kind of the key points and things that I'm thinking about during my practice, because they're probably things that you will also need to think about to improve your ability to hit the shot as well. So the way that I set up my practice, I've set up the ball machine so it's just giving me the same feed over and over again, and I'm trying to hit this backhand in 4 different ways. So I'm trying to step in and take the ball early. I'm trying to hold my ground and take the ball up high. I'm trying to hold my ground and do a high slice. And I'm also trying to step back, allow the ball to drop. And for all of the variations, I'm trying to go back deep cross court. You know, I'm on my backhand as a left-hander. I'm generally going to be playing against right-handed players. This is their forehand, so in theory, it's their advantage. So I just want to try and get the ball deep as back, as deep as I can, and then hopefully they'll give me a slightly weaker ball to allow me to kind of get out of this pattern, which in theory should be more favourable to them. So the first key thing that I was working on for all of these shots was the preparation. Now, when I'm stepping in and taking the ball early, it's slightly less important. Obviously, I've got to be prepared in time, and you've got less time to prepare, but you can just rely on pure timing with that one. But for me personally, I find if I'm trying to take the ball up high, whether it's with the topspin or whether I'm trying to slice it, and especially when I'm moving back and allowing the ball to drop, I need to make sure that I've got my back leg loaded, that I've got that good unit turn, but especially the back leg loaded, my belly button rotated into there, so then I can initiate the swing by driving through my hip to start the use of my kinetic chain. So that's the first kind of key for me in terms of what I was focusing on. In terms of what goes along with that, your ability to read the flight of the ball is going to be very important. So here I've set up the feed, I know roughly where it's going to go, but even when you're using a ball machine, there's still a decent amount of variation from the machine itself, and then the ball's in there when they're slightly different, so you still have to read the flight of the ball. And potentially for you to improve how you read the flight of the ball, part of it is focus, but it can also be really beneficial to train and improve how your visual system is functioning. This is something that was really helpful for me back when I was playing right-handed. It helped me overcome years worth of being stuck at the same level. So it's something that I find helps a lot of players. So to help you with that side of things, I've created a tennis vision program. I'll place a link to it in the description. But then the next key for me in terms of technically what I'm working on, it's just all about the timing. It is about initiating my swing at the right time relative to the flight of the ball. And obviously that's the hard thing in tennis. And what I want to show you here is comparisons side by side. We'll do the topspin variations first, and what I want you to notice is when I have to initiate my swing relative to the bounce of the ball. So when I'm stepping in and taking the ball early, you can see that I'm initiating my hip drive and initiating bringing my racket down into the slot position before the ball bounces. When I'm trying to hold my ground and I'm trying to take the ball up high, you can see that I'm initiating the racket drop just a little bit later than I was for when I was stepping in. So now it's around the time that the ball bounces. And then if we compare that to when I'm stepping back and allowing the ball to drop, you can see that I'm now initiating it even later still. So it's exactly the same feed, but because of my intent and the type of shot that I'm going to hit, that then changes the timing of when I want to initiate the stroke. And then if you take a look at the slice timing, it's kind of somewhere in between. But all of them are slightly different, and for me, and this is the big challenge, and for most players, this is the big challenge, it's developing the ability to do it. So the way I approach it is kind of like I'm doing here. I set up specific feeds on a ball machine and I just work on it over and over again until I've got the timing on that shot, and then I move on to the next one. So in this practice session, I was using the same feed and trying to hit a different type of ball off the same feed. I also do it the opposite, or the other way around, where I'm feeding different feeds and then I'm hitting a specific shot off that specific feed. So both variations work well, but they're the key things that I'm working on at the moment. Getting that loading into the back leg, and then trying to time my swing to initiate the racket drop and the hip drive at the right time. So overall, I was happy with how the practice session went. I am definitely stronger when I'm stepping back and allowing the ball to drop, or when I'm hitting the slice. So at the moment, they're the two options that I would feel more comfortable with during a match situation. But obviously I'm going to keep on working on all of them so that then I've got more options available to me. So then, you know, if I'm playing an opponent, they struggle to deal with a specific type of ball because some players have favorite shots. Like a lot of players can't deal with that slice ball at all. Other players love the slice and they can't handle the high heavy ball. But the more variety and the more shots that I can execute consistently in each different situation, the more options I'm going to have when I'm playing a match. So hopefully this video has been useful to you. If it was, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments about anything I've covered here, leave them in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.